Haas driver Kevin Magnussen has revealed that the atmosphere within the team remains positive, despite the exit of former team principal Guenther Steiner last month. He was replaced by the team's director of trackside engineering, Io Komatsu, and he sees big changes in the coming year or so. 2024 began on a serious note, as one of the grid's most well-known team principals, featured prominently in Netflix's Drive to Survive, declared his departure from Haas. This was, as expected, pretty big news for the team, which finished last in the constructors' standings last season and looks no closer to finishing any higher after what we've seen in Bahrain so far. This was only compounded when Gene Haas, the team owner, admitted that he wasn't interested in investing more money into the already financially struggling team for infrastructure, etc., and even said no to a potential investment into the team that later invested in Alpine. Rumour has it, according to Zego Sport, that Guenther Steiner left under his own steam after finding Gene a company that was ready to invest $20 million, and in exchange for this incredible work, wanted to become a shareholder of Haas. This, to me, sounds like a really good offer. It gives Haas some money to play with to build up that much-needed infrastructure and maybe give them a shot at competing this year. It would also give Guenther a financial incentive to improve the team. This is a win-win for Gene, but he didn't want to relinquish control and said no. Io was put in charge at the beginning of this year, and having a background in engineering will be putting a focus on the operations and engineering of the team this season. But when I talked to him earlier this month, he was adamant that while looking for investment is part of the future of the team, in its current form there is still a ceiling that they haven't met yet operationally. So he'll be starting there. I can tell you from my chat with him, he is expecting this to take effect within the 2024 season. The problem I'm seeing is that they've removed the face of the Haas brand. Guenther Steiner was the third most popular team principal behind Christian Horner and Toto Wolff, and because of that gave Haas the visibility it enjoyed in Drive to Survive and even during a race weekend. Now they're getting much less visibility, and the sponsors won't like that. So if I was a Haas driver, I'd be a little worried. Unfortunately, I'm not. But Kevin Magnussen is, and he's maintaining an optimistic outlook on the team as they enter the 2024 season. He said, "The spirit is very good in the team. I think people like to see a change in the team. Don't think anyone had anything against Guenther. He was like family to most of us in the team here. But at the end of the day, we're here to compete and to create results. And we haven't had that progression that we were hoping for. As I've said before, I think every member of the team is part of that, and we've all got to step up. I think having an engineer at the helm in a sport that is so technical, and as we know, you need to be able to develop effectively, I think having someone like Io, who is a race engineer, who's been chief engineer at our team for 8 years at least, or since the beginning of Haas, I think that's going to create a change. It's going to be different. Io told me that one major part of the development process they're focusing on is improving getting the feedback from the driver on the car and feeding that through to engineers to make the right changes. Kevin is already feeling like this is improving. He said, "I certainly feel the whole team is very engaged. I think it's been motivating for them to have someone leading the team who they can go and talk to and feel understood. They're talking to an engineer with recent experience of chief race engineering. So I think that creates a very different dynamic in the team. Everyone's kind of talking more to each other, and I think it's more united in a way so far. Let's see how it pans out. I think it's been a very positive atmosphere so far." Though Haas's 2024 car, the VF24, may not be a significant leap from its predecessor, the VF23, Magnussen suggests that the new car reflects positive signs after the team addressed problems from the previous year. He added, "I'm not sure how fast we are on outright pace. I'd be surprised if we see any big surprises, if we are in a much different position to last year. I think we are in a slightly better position on tyres, but still it's very hard to conclude that just from running in one set of conditions on one track. For now, at least, it's some positive signs that we've made progress on the issues that we had last year, but we're not really thinking that we're in a much different position pace-wise. But then again, last year, sometimes we were able to get in Q3 and have some good qualifyings, so that's not really what we're trying to improve. It's more the Sunday performance." Haas will have an uphill battle this season, with their main objective being their tyres and the overheating issues they had last season. They could turn their tyres on very quickly, which led to them qualifying well, but their race pace was seriously affected by this, and as we saw from the results, ruined their season. Hopefully they can turn things around and create a bit more of a fight at the back of the grid. It looks like Alpine could potentially be joining them there with a car that's kind of struggling so far, but it's early in the season. We've had very little running that gives comparable benchmarks for each team, so there is still plenty to fight for. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please go down there and like it and subscribe. Click the bell to be updated whenever we upload a video. And let me know in the comments where you think Haas is going to finish in the 2024 season. I'll be interested to read your thoughts. Thanks so much for watching. See you soon.